It's the night of the living boomers. Uh, Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk, to the Dead Film Critics
Hey!
Society.
There we go. I
Yeah,
said it.
I'm stealing Aiden's catchphrase now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, we're here. One of us is queer, and we're going. We're gonna be talking about some movies, both from 2021 today. But first, we'll do news, I guess. Yeah, we'll do news. All right.
Yeah.
Let's make this more
Okay,
normal.
well, do you want me to start?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so I assume you probably picked up on this, but it's been announced that Matthew Vaughn is helming another spy thriller that could potentially turn into a franchise of films, and they've just announced the cast for that. And we've got Henry Cavill, Samuel L. Jackson, Bryan Cranston, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, John Cena, Catherine O'Hara, and Dua Lipa of all people. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting cast. I'm interested. I want to I'm interested to see Bryan Cranston in an action movie. I mean, Bob Odenkirk did one, so now it's time for the other lead of a Breaking Bad show to do that. Catherine O'Hara in it is also interesting. She did pretty well with Schitt's Creek, and I liked some of the episodes.
Let's not forget Home Alone either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, that's interesting. I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched a single Matthew Vaughn movie though. No Kick-Ass.
I've seen a few of his films. I've seen the Kingsman ones. I also saw his first one, Layer Cake, which isn't too bad either. Quite like that one. So,
yeah, because he's supposed to have the prequel Kingsman. I'm pretty sure that also has Samuel L. Jackson, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, because this movie, the Kingsman, takes place in like I think it's like the 20s or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what era it takes place in, but it's pretty early in the 19th century. So
you're saying there weren't black people in the early 19th century?
I know, but like, how would Samuel L. Jackson be alive?
Okay, you lagged. Oh crap. What's going on? Hello?
Yeah, there we go. What the hell happened there?
We had a major lag spike.
That's okay.
Yeah, so what was your justification for why Samuel L. Jackson can't be in the movie? I mean...
Oh, because he was the villain in the first movie, and like,
that's what I got... Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's what I got confused.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Wrong movie. Alright, cool. Yeah, my piece of news. I think we mentioned how Indiana Jones's whip got sold off on auction. Well, his worn fedora got also auctioned off, and that whipped up $300,000, which I believe is a little more. That's a lot of money. It's definitely not. That's
totally worth every penny. Whoever bought that, though, honestly.
Like, that's pretty much like the tax close to the. That's Have you watched Casually Explained before?
No, I have not.
You should. They're really funny, but it's basically his definition of rich. If you make over 300K. I don't know if that's an actual, like, tax break thing in certain places, but yeah.
That is pretty sweet, though, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money, though. For a
that is ill, but seriously, like, I would love some movie member really like that. Yeah, whoever bought that, they're a lucky person.
How rich would you have to be to justify yourself buying that, though?
I mean, at least a multi-millionaire, so you can at least, so it doesn't cripple you financially,
Yeah.
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be in the tens of millions, personally, to justify purchase like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe, like, anywhere from, like, I guess over 2 million, like, net worth to, like, 9 million, let's say, or 10. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, do you have any other news, or? Cause
I do have, no, you can go ahead. If you have.
Okay, well,
yeah,
I do. Yeah.
All right,
cool. So I just want to quickly mention that the new Amazon Prime movie that just came out, The Tomorrow War. It's already been greenlit for a sequel, which is okay. I mean, I don't know.
Did you watch it?
I haven't really. No, I haven't. I didn't watch it. It looks really average to me.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know.
It
just doesn't get me very excited. And I do love me some Chris Pratt. Like I've loved him ever since I saw him on Parks and Rec. And then obviously in Guardians of the Galaxy. But I mean, It just kind of looks like a by the numbers kind of type of action thrower with like
Yeah.
a like a bit of a gimmick attached to it, which it's
Hmm.
okay. I'm sure lots of people have seen it, clearly. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a sequel greenlit. But I mean, like I don't know, I just can't really get excited about it. I've seen too many movies like it. So
Yeah, I mean, it
yeah.
apparently got. I was thinking of maybe doing like recommending it on the podcast, but then I figured this one that I recommend today is more interesting. So like, I don't know if everything seems to be getting greenlit for sequels before it even comes out, or just as it comes out these days. Like Cruella got that, but that's a little more expected with a Disney movie. But like that happened. It's already happened with Gunpowder Milkshake, which is coming out. Did you hear about that action movie? It's an action movie coming to
No, I did
Netflix
not.
starring Karen Gillian, another Guardians of the Galaxy member.
Oh,
Um, and
Gunpowder Milk.
yeah, it also has Michelle Yeoh, which is part of the reason I'm gonna watch it because she's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
she is awesome.
and yeah, I already got greenlit for a sequel, despite the fact it's not even out. It comes out July 14th. So
Well, studio execs must have liked it enough then. I mean, like maybe that's what it
yeah,
was, but yeah,
probably,
yeah.
but
I mean, I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
just it
What are
just
you gonna
seems
do?
to
I mean,
be
like,
it's just more of a
yeah.
trend now these days that as
Well,
soon
yeah.
as a
I mean,
movie
like,
comes out or even before apparently you can go ahead and greenlight a
yeah.
sequel.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's probably I don't know. I've seen more. I think we've seen more of it now that the pandemic has hit, right? Because I mean, like it's a bit of a roll the dice type of move because there's only so much you can do to track how much money a movie's making while streaming, right? So I mean, it's not like harder
Well,
and it's not as
I'm pretty sure they have lots of monitoring on their streaming site. I have
yeah.
to imagine.
I know,
Obviously,
but it's not
they just
gonna,
don't
it's
release
probably not
those
gonna.
numbers, right? They don't release those.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Well, yeah. That.
yeah. So there was a clip released for a movie that I'm pretty
Mm,
interested in, called Blue Bayou, directed by Justin Chon.
mm,
Also stars him and is also Alicia Vikander, about a Korean boy who is adopted at a young age by American parents, but then but because of faulty paperwork, is considered an illegal immigrant and is being threatened to deported while married and having two kids. So it's definitely
jeez.
going for those heartstrings. Definitely going to probably be going for those politics. Sounds like a pretty close to a Minari type project. It's from
Yeah.
Focus Features. So it definitely could be
Oh yeah. They
their
make good stuff.
yeah. It could
Yeah.
definitely be one of their Oscar contenders because they have a few potentials. Um,
Yeah.
it's premiering at Cannes. I'm not sure exactly what day. Cannes already happened. It's happening.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. The clip I saw, it's pretty interestingly shot. It's like the aspect ratio is like you have the widescreen, but there's like thin black bars on like either side on the left and right sides instead of on the top like they normally are. But it's also not really squished in like some like other movies are. Like some of them are more square, but this one's like wide, but at the same time it's not fully wide. So it's interesting. Also the color grade that they added to it was also interesting looking. So definitely gonna check it out if I can. It does come out 2 days after I'm supposed to go to Victoria, so hopefully the day before or the couple days before it comes out somewhere that I can see. But we'll see,
Yeah.
because I'd like to see it.
It's fine.
Zack
Yeah.
Snyder has his next movie, a sci-fi adventure called Rebel Moon, which he already
Mm.
hopes will become a franchise. But that's just Zack Snyder. Um, yeah.
Well,
Uh,
that man's confident in his own properties. What can I say?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a trailer released for a
Yeah.
biblical horror movie called Lamb, which was acquired by A24 ahead of the Cannes Film Festival. I really don't know
Mm.
anything about this. A24 obviously goes for like very specific type of movie, and they produce a lot of specific types of movies and a show, a couple of shows.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't know. I'll check out the trailer, and I'll talk about it a little bit next episode because I haven't watched the trailer.
Okay.
There's also a
All right.
documentary
Well,
from.
I have.
Oh yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Um,
I'll say mine afterwards.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right. Amazon has a documentary coming out about Val Kilmer, who was in a movie we talked about recently, Heat, along with other things. I'm trying to remember what else he's most famous for. But it's about
Well, he
the.
was Jim Morrison in the Doors movie.
I think there was one other one that was kind of.
He was also Batman in
Yeah,
Batman
I think it was
Forever.
Bat.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, there was one more.
Oh, he was also in Top Gun as well. He
Yeah,
was
there it
Iceman.
is. That's the one I want
Yeah.
to remember. And yeah, a lot of it is apparently footage shot by himself throughout his childhood and his career and his some making and the making of some of his own home movies. And it got pretty great
So he's
reviews.
getting like the Last Dance treatment.
Sort of, and like yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
he premiered at Cannes and was met with rave reviews. I mean people probably see this as a probably an inspiring tale of like an artist or a guy who's sometimes overlooked because like I didn't know who he was until Heat, and I like obviously I think his performance was good, but like he has a very specific style. He also was recently in the past few years I think diagnosed with throat cancer. So his ability to
Oh
speak
my.
has dramatically reduced over the past few years. So I think that's part of the reason he wanted to make this documentary so he could use some of his
I
more
had no idea.
strong
That's
standing voice to
terrible.
help
Yeah.
contribute to this. So this is very much a passion project, I imagine, and yeah, it got pretty good reviews from its debut at Cannes. So I'm definitely gonna check it
Yeah.
out when it comes out, August 6th. So not too far away, only a month and less than a month.
All right.
Yeah, I still got a couple more things after you go ahead with that, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to quickly talk about the Book of Boba Fett. They announced like all the directors for the episodes, and those directors are Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, Robert Rodriguez, and Bryce Dallas Howard. So pretty similar to the
Pretty
Mandalorian
much,
directors.
yeah.
Well, actually, they are the Mandalorian directors. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that they're sticking with the best ones. Yeah, that's for sure. Those directors
Yeah.
probably did the best job for all the episodes. So yeah.
I mean, yeah. Taika Waititi.
I don't know. I do
though.
like me some Dave Filoni. That's the man, you know,
Yeah.
who helped resurrect Clone Wars. You know, along
Mhm.
with Disney Plus, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, I definitely
Yeah.
think Taika maybe did the best job. I definitely don't think Peyton Reed did the best job, even though he did the season 2 finale, which I think is incredibly overrated, especially on IMDb.
Hater.
I like the rest of the show. I think it's the weakest
I'm just yanking
episode,
a chain,
though.
don't worry.
I just don't
Yeah,
like
look,
that
I know.
people-
Look, it's a lot of nostalgia put in there, but I really I couldn't give two shits if I'm being honest with you. It's so much fun.
It's just Ex
you know,
Machina,
but
though.
I'm not saying it's a masterpiece.
I mean,
but,
I
you know,
like
it's still fun.
it was fun, but that doesn't make it good. You know?
Okay, it wasn't. Okay, how about
It
it's
was
not?
better.
It wasn't.
It was
bad. How about
better.
that?
It was better. I liked Ahsoka's like moments much better than the Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker.
No, me too.
'cause-
Actually, like,
She worked
Yeah.
much better in the plot, in my opinion. Because
Yeah,
like they
like-
got caught up so much with the Luke moment that they like basically forgot half of what was going on in the actual story of that episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least Ahsoka's gonna get her own show. We're gonna see in a bit, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney needs some money. The mouse needs to feed, as we always say. Or at least I always say.
Oh my
We
God,
mentioned
that
this
sounds
to each
so
other,
ominous.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Duckman is making a horror movie about the Shelby Oaks
Yes.
missing paranormal investigation. So looks like he's trying to become his own James Wan or whoever directed the Blair Witch Project type people. I don't know. That seems like
Yeah,
the type
the
of vibe he
Falchions.
will probably be going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I love Chris Stuckman. I mean, like I think he's probably one of my favorite film YouTubers out there. He's actually the one. He's the reason why like I got inspired to make these films. Besides my love of film, obviously, like he showed me that like anyone can really do it. I mean, like not saying that he came from like unusual circumstances where it was like impossible for him to make videos. Obviously, it was very hard for him, right? Because of like his upbringing, right? But I mean, it did really inspire me to like go out there and just finding out that he's in the community as well. That just kind of like strengthened the feelings I have for him. Like he's a fantastic film YouTuber. I'm glad he's finally getting to do what he wants to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, Chris, if you see this, please, we love you, man. Make a video with us one day. No, just I doubt that, but wouldn't that be
yeah,
something?
Guillermo del
Yeah.
Toro's Nightmare Alley, which is pretty much on
Oh.
everyone who I know who does Oscar stuff's number one. It's my number two because I think it's a boring pick, and also it probably won't win, just based on the premise. But it earned an R rating for strong and bloody violence. That's one reason I don't think it'll probably win. Seems like too much. Some sexual content, nudity, and big foul language, or just language. They didn't say foul language.
Nice.
I think they use the word foul when it's particularly grotesque, but it doesn't seem to be
Yeah,
the case.
like
But
the C word.
violence,
you know?
I'm a little bit surprised about because I know there's some, but like strong. Do they use? Yeah, they use the word strong. which usually
I
means
don't know. Maybe someone gets like
someone's
vivisected or
gonna
some
get
shit.
someone's gonna get dismembered probably. I think so. I knew
Yeah,
someone
I
kind of
can't wait to see
dies,
that.
but yeah, I'm very excited to see it. If I get to, that's one I hope to pray to get to see a TIFF. Because I bought the digital package, which is only for things that are part of like New Wave, the World Cinema division. It's not for like the films by big studios or no big known filmmakers. I'm hoping and praying that my membership can maybe get me some individual tickets for some. Because I can almost guarantee I'm not going to see Dune and Last Night in Soho, because those are going to be the ones that people go to immediately as soon as single tickets open. But I'm hoping I can maybe see one of the more small, like, low-key ones. Like, I don't know if Nightmare Alley is going to be that low-key, but we'll see. We'll see what the rest of the TIFF lineup is, which is going to get announced on the 20th, so not too far away. Yeah. The full one.
All right.
Also, Tom Hardy apparently spent months breaking down Venom 2's plot over FaceTime, and so for that he got a story by credit. Yeah, I mean, seems cool enough.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, you know. And then there was a couple of directors who passed away. Richard Donner, who directed Superman and Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Robert Downey Sr., obviously father of Robert Downey Jr.
Damn,
yeah.
man. That is tough. I mean, I'm sure, like, I wonder if Robert RDJ said that, you know, he loved his dad 3000 before he passed away. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure he didn't, but, like, you know, like, rest in peace to his dad. I mean, like, you know, I've heard he's a really good director. I haven't seen any of his stuff, I don't think. At least, I don't know. But, I mean, Richard Donner, on the other hand, I mean, I love the Lethal Weapon films. I have them all. I loved his other stuff, like The Goonies, and obviously, you know, the original Superman movie. So, I mean, like, he's the director who's, like, you know, like giving me some pretty iconic films that I'd love to watch. So, I mean, I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff, but I mean, if you haven't, you should definitely check it out, man. Especially the Lethal Weapon stuff and the Goonies. Those are like my favorites, to be honest.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's it for me for news. I'm assuming you were done as well.
I'm done too. Yeah.
All right. So we can cut to the trailer reaction. All right. Well, we're at the trailer reaction now.
Is there?
My gain is too high. Let me turn that down. Okay. Alright. We're about to do a trailer reaction for a film called Where is Anne Frank, directed by Ari Folman, director of Waltz by Bashir, which is a very acclaimed film from 2008, I believe. I haven't seen that yet. This is a pretty highly anticipated movie. It's premiering at Cannes out of competition. And yeah, this is one that a lot of people think will compete for Best Animated Feature, potentially win, maybe even if it gets enough hype. Maybe even get somewhere else. Like, I don't know, there's the crazy idea been thrown out a little bit is that it could potentially get Picture if it's that good, but let's take a look at this trailer and see if we think those hopes have any merit.
Alright. Cool. Oh, nice. Chris Stuckman is going to direct a movie. That's nice. I have to check that out. Do you know what he's going to direct? Actually, no. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll watch the video afterwards, so let's check this out. Oh, the trailer's on the Cannes website.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Ooh.
Alright, you see it?
Movie? Yep.
It's... I don't think so. It was, like, I heard, like, a little bit of it. It was in English, so... Let's take a listen / look.
What are you waiting for, Anne? Open your presents.
Oh, that's so lovely. When you write, who do you actually write to?
To myself, of course.
I prefer to think of my diary as a girl. A best friend. Her name will be Kitty. Kitty. I like it.
Come down, Anne. I'm waiting for you.
Is he a boy from class? Of course.
Who are you talking to, Anne?
Up until a year ago, everyone was in love with me.
Everyone?
It was all so wonderful. Then everything changed.
We're leaving.
They told everyone we were to blame for all the world's problems.
This secret apartment is going to be our hiding place. For every person we welcome is a good chance we are saving a life. You could use those characters in your head. Make them fight your war somehow.
This young lady here named Kitty is looking for Anne Frank.
Have you seen her?
Anne did not write this diary so that you could worship her. What is important,
Get in the truck.
do everything you can to save one single soul from harm. Just one soul.
What do you see, Peter?
I see the Allied forces. They're coming to liberate us. And you?
I see angels, Peter.
Alright. Actually, I still need to change the display.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright. Well, what did you think, Aiden?
Well, I gotta say, that does look kind of interesting. I liked how they kind of mirrored what the Nazis were doing by rounding up the Jews with how, like, you know, there was, like, how some of the European countries are rounding up, you know, refugees who really need their help, right? I think that was kind of interesting. I assume that's what they were doing there. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what that was. But it looks, I love the style of animation, though. It also looks really good, I think. So, I mean, yeah, I hadn't even heard about this film. How did you hear about this?
It's been kind of on the animation radar. Ari Folman got a lot of acclaim for his first film, so he's a director I've been sort of looking out for. And I heard about this project last year. It was supposed to come out last year, so I thought it might have been at the 2021 Oscars. It did not, and there wasn't a lot of word for a long time this year whether it would come out this year. But then it was announced to be coming out at Cannes. So
Yeah. Well, that's great. Honestly, I love the sound of that. I think it should be really good, to be honest. So, yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised if that did win. You know, I mean, like Disney and, you know, DreamWorks have kind of had a bit of a monopoly on, like, who kind of, like, wins
more Disney.
those awards.
DreamWorks is like, when I don't know.
Yeah. I know DreamWorks won the first ever animated feature for Shrek.
For Shrek,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, I'm trying to think if there's even another one they've won since then.
That's good. Yeah, because it's been mostly Disney. You are right there. It's
much
either been Disney Pixar.
It's been,
or Disney Pixar or just regular Disney, to be honest.
For a lot of them. And obviously it'll have to probably go up against, obviously, Disney Pixar has some solid offerings from Luca and Raya, and is going to have another one in Encanto, which many people anticipate to be their bigger film, one that probably most people anticipate to be at the top for animated future. But who knows, maybe if this thing can really break out, get a good distributor,
Plus the upset, that would be all right. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that happen. It looks pretty good. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's be optimistic here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I wish I was at Cannes to be able to see it, as long with a lot of the other films, like After Yang's also playing there. The film by Bleh. I can't say his name.
It's okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I wish I could be there to see that as well. And I'm interested to see if. Well, first of all, how much praise all these films get from the festival, specifically, obviously, After Yang, and maybe After Yang winning In Certain Regard, which is it's a different section of competition. But I'm also just looking forward to seeing what wins everything, and what gets a lot of acclaim, because Cannes can be a big shift into showing what could be the best films of the year, or also what some of the best Oscar films of the year potentially. Looking forward to that. But anyways, let's go back to the podcast. Back, and I lost a earbud.
Smooth.
Yep. Extremely smooth. All right, let's go to the tier list. You want to announce what our tier list is going to be, Aiden? I put Aiden in charge of it again.
All right, so since we're talking about no sudden moves today.
Yeah.
You're not a lazy piece of shit. I like doing this. It gives me something to do, because you already do so much for this page. So I mean, I want to make sure I do more. That's all. So today, actually, I need to fucking share my screen first. Okay. All right. So today, since we're doing a Steven Soderbergh film, No Sun Moves, I decided to find a tier list that has Steven Soderbergh's films, and we're gonna rank them. So, yeah, there you go. That's basically the premise. You can see my screen. We're all good.
Yeah, I can see myself.
All good. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna put this in present mode. Here we are. Okay. So.
Plain movie.
What the hell?
This is an interesting tiers. Grad school throwaway. Huh?
Yeah.
Does he mean like the stuff that he made in
Yeah.
grad school that just happens to be here? Because it doesn't look like most of this stuff.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like any of this stuff would be from his grad school. I'm assuming he went. What even is this?
Yeah, some of the titles are like cut off here. I can't even see some of them.
Did you check this before? I mean,
yeah.
I'll be honest. I haven't seen.
Some
like,
of these.
all of these, and No Sun Move isn't here either. Which I mean makes sense because it's
Yeah.
brand new, but like.
Yeah, I think this was an older one, but I mean, like, okay. We'll just go with some of the ones we have seen. Let's start with Ocean's 11. What do you think about this one?
Classic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, putting classic
Yeah.
tier.
It's fantastic.
It's classic. It's fun. It's great. It's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
and
so much
that's it.
fun too. Honestly,
That's all I've seen from him.
Okay, that's
I do
fine.
have Traffic from the
help
library
you
right now.
with these other ones.
Yeah, I do have Traffic from
Yep.
the library right now, so I might watch that tonight. In fact, why not keep the Soderbergh binge going, even though it's probably going to stop there. So I guess I'll just do
That's
a
okay. All right, well,
big double feature, but with
Traffic
time
already.
in between. Yeah. What do you think of Traffic?
I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't know if it's classic. I think it's experimental, but okay. I think it's just below a classic to be honest. It's a good film, just not one I consistently go back
It won
to.
in Best Director.
Huh?
It won in Best Director.
Yeah, I know, but I like Ocean's 11 way more. I mean,
True.
But think
That's
about it
fair.
though. I mean, like Crash won Best Picture. That doesn't mean it's an amazing film, you know. So
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it won. I'm joking a little bit, but I think it's a decent film.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
And I mean, obviously,
Okay.
I feel like there's a big gap between experimental but okay and classic. I don't like the. There's a big.
okay,
gap
well, you know
to
what?
me
For
there.
this, let's just ignore these because whoever made this clearly has no idea what they're fucking talking about. Okay, so
I kind of like
let's
the
just
idea
have
of
this
doing
as-
non-tier, like different tiers, like other than just
Yeah.
the normal ones. But at the same time, these ones are not good.
Oh wait, I can edit these. Hold on, I'll change this.
Add a row
What do you want
above
me to
it.
change?
Add a row above it. Add a row above experimental but okay.
How do I do that?
Just put.
no.
You had it before
Oh wait.
when you clicked on settings. I'm pretty sure.
Damn it! Fuck! I fucked it up.
Oh,
God damn it, man. Hold on.
all right, there we go.
There we go,
It's back
yeah.
to normal. Okay, click
Yeah.
on the settings button. I'm pretty sure. On the experimental but okay, and then add one above.
Oh, okay.
Add a row above.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. And then when.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, you did two. Only need
Oh
one.
shit! Fuck.
Yeah.
That's alright. I didn't mean to. I didn't
no
see
problem.
it coming.
Just call
so, alright,
good.
So, what do you want to make?
Good.
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 And then we'll put track.
And we'll put traffic in good. All right. What else have you
Okay.
seen though?
I've seen Aaron Brockovich as well. I think it's good. You know, I definitely wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I quite enjoyed it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff about the true story that's obviously sensationalized. I mean, like specifically, Aaron Brockovich did not use her sexuality to to get men to do what she wanted to. You know, to get like details on the story, right? So I think that part was kind of stupid, and she didn't like that part of the film. She said, but I mean, overall, it's not a bad film, and it's a good performance from Julia Roberts.
I mean, Mark
so.
Zuckerberg didn't like Social
yeah.
Network, but that doesn't make it.
But of
any
course,
worse.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I mean, Aaron
and they
Brockovich did
lie.
like the film overall. She didn't like that part.
Okay.
What was that, sir?
I just wanted to say that Traffic winning Best Director is probably bullshit. Because it probably should have gone to. I think it probably should have gone to Ang Lee for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Most other normies would say it should have gone to Ridley Scott for Gladiator.
I don't know, but I like Gladiator. It's a classic movie, but I don't think it should have won over Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No.
Let's be honest here.
Um,
Okay,
it was
I've seen
2001.
Contagion as well.
Okay.
I've seen Contagion. The one thing I will say about this movie, like it's a bit boring. And it kind of drags a little bit. But the one thing this movie is noted for is how like scientifically accurate it is. Like that's the thing. Like scientists who like there's a lot of scientists who were consulted on this film, and it's considered to be one of the more accurate portrayals of a pandemic in cinema. So I think there's something to be said about that. So I think it's not bad. I think it's experimental, but okay. Just because like just
sure.
making it so realistic, it is a little bit mundane sometimes.
Yeah.
So
that's what documentaries about COVID are for.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Logan Lucky. I have seen this one. You have not?
I have not. Like I said, I've only seen Ocean's 11 in the movie we watched for the podcast today.
Damn, that's a shame. I mean, have you seen all the Ocean's 11 movies?
No.
Have you seen 1, 2, and 3?
No.
Oh,
only saw 11.
That's all right. Well, you have to see those one time. But Logan Lucky, it's very much like Ocean's 11, except it takes place in North Carolina and West Virginia. Just like it's it's not like it's like. In the movie, they actually make reference to that film. They call the caper Ocean 7-Eleven, right? Because they're Hicks, basically. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's classic. I think it's good. I'd put it above Aaron Brockovich, to be honest.
All right.
It's like one of his more underrated films. Like no one talks about it as much. I quite like it a lot. I think it's got great comedy. It's got a great heist concept. I quite like it a lot, to be honest. So, yeah, I always. Yeah, and I saw this in theaters too. The theater was nearly empty when I went to go see it, and I had a great time. So, yeah. Okay. I've seen Magic Mike. Don't ask why. But
I know why.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. For the story, Daniel. For the story.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the story.
No, but I mean,
the plot.
Yeah,
the plot.
I mean, obviously, this one has a lot of stripper action, right? But what's not kind of talked about as much as there's a lot of good character work in here. It's not too bad, actually. It's not the strongest character work all the time, but I mean, it gets worse in the sequel. They kind of just dumb it down a little bit more to focus more on the stripping action because people had some complaints about that. They thought that the trailer was misleading, to making them think that the film was only about stripping and not a guy struggling with depression and trying to get his business off the ground.
Yeah, fuck guys with depression. We want to see abs.
We want to see ass. Give it to us now, please. Okay. I think it's experimental, but okay, to be honest.
Right.
I think there are a lot of things that could have been done better, but I mean, you can't say anything bad about Channing Tatum with his shirt off, so come on. All right. Let's just go back to this. I'll just
Time Restaurant got a free advertisement from our. I think Time Restaurant just got free advertising.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're gonna add that.
So now they must. No, I'm gonna include it and then be well, we advertised it. We endorsed you on our very popular podcast. Now you have to hire him.
Yeah, our popular podcast with 100 subscribers. Not even. I don't even. How many subscribers do we have? Do you know? You don't know, do you?
I do.
That's okay.
That's the kind of sad thing, and everyone watching this video will know how many subscribers we have, so we can just forget about it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just we have so many, it's hard to keep track, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right. Which film do you want to talk about first?
I'm not gonna lie. I sort of want to talk about the mindfuck that is Boss Baby 2. To be honest, so I mean, do you want to talk about that first, or which one do you have more to say about?
Definitely Boss Baby, because it was more of a experience, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about No Sudden Move, and also I watched it more recently. So, anyways, No Sudden Move is a 2021 movie directed, edited, and shot by Steven Soderbergh, written by Ed Solomon,
really?
Writer of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I think. Starring Benicio del Toro, Kieran Culkin, Don Cheadle, Amy Sedaris, Ray Liotta, Julia Fox, Brendan Fraser, and Matt Damon, which was a surprise.
Yeah,
was not in the
I didn't expect to see him
that was on
there.
purpose, but I don't get the point of
it.
it.
Of course, yeah.
A little bit, but
he seems to be doing that a lot lately.
Oh yeah, John Hamm.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just asking random directors, "Hey, can I just appear in the middle of your movie?" Like he did that with Interstellar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then he did that with Thor Ragnarok as well, right? Where he was the actor playing Loki.
He's
That was
definitely just
hilarious,
looking for
honestly.
projects where he can make
Yeah.
cameo / small appearances, but not be in the
Yeah.
like the byline or any of the advertising.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, but when he does make cameos, they're always pretty funny. So, anyways, we're getting a bit off topic here. So let's talk about the movie. Yeah.
I don't know.
So-
What did you think of it? Because I don't have too much to say. This is probably one of the films I have the least to say on the podcast of all time, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I definitely
No,
liked
I don't
it.
think
You
it's
know,
bad.
it's not my favorite Soderbergh movie. Huh? What?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not bad.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay.
It was a little underwhelming, I'd say. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
It was too much.
No, I hear you there. I mean, like, that's probably why we have, not as much to say about it. I mean, like, cause I don't think there's anything really bad about the film either. It does everything, like, decent, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing that, I don't think there's anything that really stood out to me. Yeah. You know?
I mean, it was entertaining. There's, like, he used a lot of fish eye lenses. Like, it was really wide. So some of the characters become kind of distorted. And while I think that's cool, like, Yorgos Lanthimos uses that, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, he did in The Favorite, particularly.
Yeah, it
I don't know why he does it here.
You know, it didn't really fit with the, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, he was definitely trying to emulate
It's not exactly the environment for that.
older, like, gangster movies, especially with that opening sequence, that older Warner Brothers logo and all that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't get the point of that too much. The
I don't know. I think it ended up kind of being more of like an imitation with elements of like Ocean's 11 sort of sprinkled in there, just a tiny bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of felt that. Some critics felt that as well. I happened to see that, so I mean, we're not the only one thinking that. But I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of a hard film to talk about, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, it really.
Because like obviously I don't hate it. I've
much.
said that already, but I mean,
there is like
it lacks much personality. It's like.
Yeah, there's a touch of themes about like corporate conspiracies to like pollute the earth a little bit, because the thing they took was the plans, so like the carbon filter for cars that was hidden for a long time. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's very empty. It's sort of entertaining.
Yeah.
I was definitely a little underwhelmed by performances. No one really has a standout moment, despite all these actors have done better. Some of them much
they're
better.
all very accomplished. You'd think at least one of them would have something of note in the film, But I don't know. Everyone just kind of does like I'm not even gonna say a good job. They just do an okay job,
Yeah,
they're there.
right.
They do their part.
I feel
well,
like Noah Jupe
don't really stand out.
Noah Jupe, who was in Ford vs Ferrari and Honey Boy in A Quiet Place. He maybe does the best potentially. At least I remember him a little more, and for like he has a pretty small amount of screen time, and I think he takes advantage of it. I'm hoping to see him in more stuff.
No, I mean he's a really good young actor, though. I'm excited to see more.
Hoping,
from him,
hoping he makes the transition to adult acting well, because he's definitely talented. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone else is just okay. I don't really like Don Cheadle that much, and he wasn't bad. I liked him better than I liked him in like Flight, because I thought he was garbage in that. He was definitely better here.
Jesus Christ.
The lighting is there. I don't know. It was trying the look like the way they lights things felt a little too distinct for me. It's like I don't know. It was like trying to create an atmosphere, but also felt kind of artificial and kind of not an effective atmosphere that much, which again did not help me get into the movie. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's a true story, but that also makes the ending pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's kind of the problem with doing these like based on a true story type deals. You can't really. There's not too much creative freedom.
Well, I mean, you can if you're Aaron Sorkin, but
or Quentin Tarantino.
Or I guess so. I mean, he
he rewrites history. I think that's a bit.
I don't think those are even. Those are just basically alternate. It's alternate universe essentially.
Yeah. No. Fair enough.
These are. Yeah. I don't know. It's felt like a very boring Oscar biopic, but it was just about a couple of gangsters, and there was not much character development. There wasn't Oscar moments. There was entertainment moments. I kind of liked when Julia Fox shot Benicio del Toro, but it was also kind of underwhelming. Because, like, I knew that, like, I figured that Soderbergh would try to... The way he set it up definitely told me, yeah, okay, as soon as he, like, pops this thing of champagne, something's gonna happen. Like, I could imagine him, like, shooting a gun off as soon as the bottle goes off. And it does. It didn't come from... I thought it was gonna come from someone other than Julia Fox. It comes from Julia Fox. I mean, she technically missed on the first shot, so that one doesn't even matter. Which I guess was his other way of subverting expectations, because, like, oh, people do this all the time. All of a sudden, you know, with the same pop, another blam, but he tries to subvert the expectations.
Yeah,
like, look, it went into the
I've seen that
the flask.
Before, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done
better. It's definitely nothing crazy. I think I've seen that. I've seen that even before, even like in Family Guy. And I think in Family Guy it was done better, to be honest. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Julia Fox has done.
My point is, it's been around. That whole like thing has been around a while, so there's not really.
Julia Fox felt way too directed. Yeah. She she was like, despite I feel like she's maybe one of the most talented actors potentially, or definitely had has had one of the best performances of this group, but like really felt toned down, especially in her character. Even though she ended up being somewhat important, it's like she's wife. She shoots Henry in the head, Ray Liotta in the head. Yeah, she did what. I can't remember who plays Henry Hill's wife.
I think it's a problem that we can't remember who like everyone really is.
No, I was trying to think of Goodfellas, because the wife in Goodfellas and how that scene where she's holding a gun to Henry.
Oh wait, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Julia Fox had the balls to do what she didn't. So congratulations, I guess. I mean, she shot two men, but then she had like no character, so I couldn't see it as like any type of cool sort of boss move at all, which would have been cool, but I guess and it's like, if this was a true story and that happened, I feel like there should have been more put into Julia Fox, but she was just very boring. And I kind of feel that about everyone's done much better. I feel like, does Benicio del Toro look more white in this movie, or is that just me? Because he's supposed to be playing a white guy.
I don't know, but I mean, considering how many like white actors have played the Latino characters.
Yeah,
before,
I know. I think it's kind of funny if like
you
I
know?
think it would be kind of funny if Soderbergh was trying to reverse the idea of like he was essentially doing a little bit of whiteface. Obviously, it's like in today's age, like there's still probably some like white actors that get a little bit of brown, like even like in The Social Network, Max Minghella, who, you know, I don't know that the friend of the twins, right? He, you know, he was browned up a little bit for that role because that guy was much more Indian than obviously Max portrays him as. And I feel like Soderbergh was trying to reverse that, being like, okay, here's this Latino guy, and we're gonna make him more white. At the same time, it's like I can't really tell. Obviously, if it was too explicit, it would have been kind of weird. At the same time, it's just like, I don't know. It was a little weird how they were referring to Benicio del Toro as white, because I'm like, he's Latino. But then I'm like, oh, it seems like they're trying to maybe whiten him up.
Yeah, I think isn't he from like Puerto Rico or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how
which
that is, but man,
from my knowledge, tend to have more lighter skinned Latino people. But fuck if I know.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about that. Brendan Fraser was in this movie, so I guess this is part of his comeback.
Yeah, it would be. You know, I did like that. I didn't think he was too bad.
He wasn't.
You know?
He was
and
okay.
I always have
He was
soft spot
fine.
for him.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah,
it's already his fifth most
I do
popular
love me
movie
some
on
Brendan
Letterboxd,
Fraser, though. It's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, The Whale will probably become his most popular.
I think people are just happy to see him acting again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the only Oscar movie he was part of was Crash. Yeah. I don't know.
You know,
he's going to be in The Whale, though, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Darren Aronofsky.
That could be interesting. Yeah, no, I've seen pictures of him recently. He's gained a lot of weight for that movie, so I mean, yeah.
And obviously they had the slap makeup on him. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about No Sudden Move. It was there. It
no,
exists.
I'm done.
I can completely see why, you know, there was only 3 weeks between the trailer and the release date, and it was why it was sent right to HBO Max. It's perfect for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully Soderbergh gets a little more ambitious. Like he was doing some stuff with the iPhone that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he needs to do something different. I don't know.
Yeah.
He needs to stop editing and let someone else edit and maybe write or something. Write with somebody. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I don't know.
Score.
What do you want to give this for a score?
And I might just give it a 6.5. You know, I mean, it's good, but like I don't think it's worthy of a 7, which means that it's pretty good. So I mean, yeah, I'd probably just give it somewhere in the middle there. But I think it's a little bit closer to a 7 than a 6. So
yeah,
like it does everything well. Like I said, there's nothing that stands out to me.
Yeah, I'd say kind of the
it's
opposite.
competent.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but I honestly think it's closer to a 5. Yeah.
Ooh.
A little bit on the weaker side for the podcast overall, because I have a ranking list
That's
that I'm
okay.
still working on. But I'm not mad at it, not at all.
Yeah. But at least we balanced it out with our next pick. All right, let's get into the big
one. Boss Baby Family Business is a 2021 movie directed by Tom McGrath, written by Michael McCullen with story by Tom McGrath as well, starring Alec Baldwin, James Marsden, Jeff fucking Goldblum, and ABC Driss. First of all, Goldblum, if you need money, just fucking ask us. Don't do this shit, because fuck, dude. That's easily my least favorite part of the film, because the other stuff was kind of, like, it was so insane, it was kind of enjoyable, but fucking... If this was, like, not a kid's movie, I feel like this was written as, like, an adult movie, but then it was, like, sanitized. With how insane some stuff is. It was like they were trying to go for like an insane adult movie, but then I had to cleanse everything. And like if this was an adult movie, I thought to myself, Jeff Goldblum's character, like if he wasn't a baby, he definitely that character, like the idea of him being like the only teacher, he'd definitely be a fucking pedophile with his like fucking weird ass school. Like Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
It would.
Oh my God, he's going in on him.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's just such a weird character. It's like, it was so weird because like he showed like he's supposed to be like the principal or like the headmaster or whatever, and then he just shows up in the class virtually, but he's like talking directly to them. So it's like, is he who teaches the other classes? Does he teach every class?
Yeah. Because
how can he do that? Unless he uses like multiple. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's like. Yeah. But I mean, not a lot about
this movie.
Exactly, that's just one of many.
I mean, I actually, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually saw the first one just so I could give myself a little bit of context. And honestly, I don't even think I needed to do that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, these two films are very loosely connected, aside from the fact that it's set 40 years after the first one. They've all grown up now. I mean, I don't know. It's just. I don't know. There's something just so uncomfortable to me about a baby talking like a businessman and doing all these things. I mean, it's such a bizarre concept that honestly, I think with better directors, it could work. I think if you gave it to someone like Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, they could actually make it be a little bit more enjoyable, to be honest. I mean, I know that's a stretch, right? But like, I don't know anyone else who could make it work, but like the people who did this, I don't know, they just...
I don't think anyone can make this movie like I enjoyed it because of how bizarre it was, and I laughed because of how stupid the fucking movie was. It was so stupid.
I just want to know who came up with the idea for these movies. Like it's
like just, I said. I think
it's such a strange thing.
Like Michael McCullen and Tom McGrath were definitely smoking a lot of weed when they wrote this movie, and made an adult movie. And then afterwards, when they were sober, they just cut out everything that. You know what really confused me was like they say hell twice in this movie, but then one time where it's like he's saying a phrase that hell would definitely go with, and then he says heck instead. But they can say hell, so like why wouldn't they just say hell? But also, this movie is like I can't imagine showing this to I'm never showing. If I ever have a kid or am around a kid, this movie is never fucking touching the goddamn screen. Are you fucking joking? Because like if I watched this as a kid, I would probably be traumatized. At like that Addams Family girl, fucking creepy as like they tried to play it up as a horror stunt at the end of the movie, and I'm just like, what the why? Like. gosh, there's so much about
these things that don't need to be in this movie. There's a lot of them.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
the
I don't know.
shot, the movie, like the pop
There's
culture
just
and
so much.
movie
I mean, like,
references.
yeah,
It's insane. Like the Shawshank,
yeah. I
especially.
mean, that probably makes up a good
Like,
chunk of the movie.
what?
Like, this is an hour and 47
What?
long movie. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, how long would this be if there wasn't all that extra stuff in there? I mean, because there's a lot of stuff that kind of just
This
grounds
could be
the plot to a bit of a halt.
This
you
could
know, with all
also
the references.
maybe
I
it
think-
was just an episode of the television show because they made a television show out of this, and then they
Yes,
extended
I
it with
know,
a bunch of random
I know
bullshit.
all about that cursed TV show.
That's what they
Jesus
did.
Christ, what?
They definitely
Yeah,
wrote
I
it.
don't know.
They definitely wrote this as like an episode of the television show, and then thought, okay, well, we need another movie. Let's just use the plot of this television episode that we haven't made, and just fill it with a bunch of bullshit.
That TV show is still going, by the way. It's got 4 fucking seasons. Jesus, and 49 episodes. What the
Wow.
hell?
That's
This is crazy.
yeah. You know what really scarred me
Nice.
was like that Shawshank moment. That Shawshank moment pissed me
Yeah.
off. Because that was like the first time anyone. First of all, they used Thomas Newman's score, which is just the most sacrilegious thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Like, are you joking? Like, I kind of like the idea of maybe adding scores from other movies and like reusing them in a movie. But this is
Yeah.
like the first movie I've seen to do so, and it's fucking Boss Baby. And then they do the whole thing where it's like, oh, the kindergartners, they're acting like prisoners, you know, and it's just like a fucking kid's playing the violin, and it's like when I saw May from the Shawshank Redemption, I honestly wanted to cry. Cause like that
Yeah.
is one of the saddest things I've ever seen in the subtitles ever. Yeah, and then they randomly mention Cobra Kai. There's the Toy Story phone. You saw the Toy Story phone, right?
Why did they mention Cobra Kai? I mean, that's not exactly a show that like little kids are going to be watching.
It's for the
you know?
parents.
I mean,
It's for the parents.
yeah, I know, but I don't even like know how many parents are actually watching that show either. I mean, I know it's like, you know, some of them probably grew up when those first Karate Kid movies
Yeah.
came out, but like, I don't know anyone who actually watches Cobra Kai, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that's a
people
good
seem
point.
to love it, so I mean, I'm not knocking the show or anything.
And then they do a little self-plug move by showing Spirit in the movie theater, which is another DreamWorks movie. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh my god, that...
Thing is,
I did not
can't-
notice that actually.
Yeah,
but-
I can't
yeah.
blame them too much. Here, wait, I want to adjust my gain for a second.
Yeah, because nobody saw Spirit, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty low-key.
I hadn't really heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
I
it's
think I
solid,
may have
though.
seen it once when it was
They
raining
made,
in
I think,
kindergarten.
they made a spiritual sequel in early June, and I'm pretty sure like 5 people saw it. Like, it's insane. How little.
Or they made a
amount of people-
spiritual sequel to Spirit?
Yeah, it was called Spirit Untamed. I don't know if it was an actual sequel. It might have been an actual sequel, actually. I'm not sure. I
That's
didn't know
stupid.
enough about it. Yeah, it was
Oh,
whack. Honestly, this movie was kind of parent propaganda, in my opinion. Because the whole idea is that the villain is basically just saying, yes, we're never going to listen to our parents again. We're taking parents out of the equation. And he's the villain, so you don't want to be like him. So you want to always listen to your
Yeah,
parents,
I mean...
no matter what. Even
Yeah, exactly.
always listen to parents no matter what they tell you, no matter
Yeah.
what, everything.
That's kind of a
every
shitty
single
message
thing.
to put on the impressionable little kids, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know what? Then you lose critical thinking skills, you know?
Yep.
I mean, look, because I grew up questioning things my parents did, and you know,
Yep.
that was kind of just accepted in our household, as long as
I
you did it
mean,
respectfully,
Yeah,
right?
there needs there's
But
a health.
just never questioning what
you're.
you're...
And even to a certain
There's a
point,
healthy balance,
when you
exactly.
even when you go over that healthy balance a little bit, that in itself I think is a little bit healthy because you kind of need those moments to go over the line a little bit because otherwise, like, you'll never do that with any other situation. I feel like, again,
Yeah,
it's just, like,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. They blew up the town apparently. Did you like? Huh? Someone committed a terrorist attack?
Yeah.
Apparently they did somehow.
Yeah, just they destroyed an entire town and presumably killed thousands of people. But you know,
yeah,
I
they
mean,
killed
yeah.
or at least a few hundred.
That's definitely
Yeah.
good for a kids movie.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course kids aren't gonna.
But I
think
mean,
about that.
if you think about that, I mean, like, there's been some strange stuff in kids like movies and TV. I mean, like Bambi started off with a murder. Fucking what's it called?
Yeah.
The Clone Wars TV show has like lots of people getting murdered in that. So I mean, I guess kids shows are
Yeah.
evolving, you know. But why did that need to be in the Boss
Yeah,
Baby?
but
It
it's
just
like a
doesn't
terrorist
really seem
attack.
like it fits.
Like Bambi, it's like
Yeah.
a personal thing, and you can like understand an animal dying, even if it's like one that you can be very.
But then in
calculated.
like I guess yeah, and then Clone Wars, it's like war and shit like that.
Yeah,
But I mean,
but it's also like, you
yeah,
know,
it's true. I guess I hear you there.
it's the idea of
It's a
Star
straight up
Wars,
terrorist
anyways,
attack.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. fair
And
enough. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It has that Ocean's 11 moment. Did you get that? I feel like I got that at some point. I don't know. I wrote it
I
down.
don't know if I picked up on that.
My notes were very scattered, so I'm not sure what I meant by that. Maybe. Like I said, there's so many writing inconsistencies. This kind of ruined Jeff Goldblum for me a little bit. Because, like, he does a good job playing this really creepy character, but that character just shouldn't exist. So I can't really congratulate him. You know what's insane about this movie? There are so many uses of zooms, and specifically, like, the vertigo effect. Which is when you, like,
Yeah.
push... I've mentioned this before, right? When you push in the camera, but then you zoom out to create, like, a distortion.
Yeah.
They do that so many times. I'm pretty sure they use it much more than Vertigo, the actual movie it's like named after, right? It's insane
Yeah.
how many times they use it. Like they use it like in the first 15 minutes I counted, they used it 6 times, which is insane for a movie, really. Because like, frankly, when that's used, it's only used like once or twice, but they use it so many times. Which just kind of, it's like, which shows there's some filmmaking ideas going on here. But they're just fucking insane under a complete nonsensical story that really kind of has a bad message and a pretty shallow one at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It has an R2-D2 sound effect. Did you hear that? There was definitely... We
Yeah, I
rewinded
did.
to check. That's definitely... Like, why? Like...
It's just, I don't know. I guess just
don't
reference. I don't know.
understand it.
Just another pointless reference. I mean, I don't like movies that do that too much. I think a reference here and there is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, there comes a point where if it takes over your story a bit, then that's kind of a problem. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like I did like a movie like Ready Player One. First to admit that the references sort of like, I don't know, lessen the
trying
quality
to-
of the movie
yeah, they
for
were
me. I
trying to
know that's
fill
the
the
point of
movie
that
too much,
movie, but I
yeah.
mean. Yeah, no, like it's just I don't like when movies do that too much, and also it can sometimes make a movie dated if you watch it later, you know. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna age.
yeah, I
badly.
think a lot of films from like the early 2000s
Yeah.
kind of got into that mold as well.
Yeah, the
You know, so-
animation isn't that good. I mean, I rarely hate animation or how it looks. There's only like one short film I hate, and I can't even hate them that much because they definitely have like a much lower budget than almost any other project I've seen. It was a short
Yeah.
for the Oscars, but even then, it's like I can't blame them too much. So I usually don't hate on bad animation that much, even though I can't imagine ever saying this is good. I guess it's serviceable.
No, I understand. The animation isn't that great. I just don't even understand why the first one got Academy Award. To me, I guess maybe
Yeah.
they were like.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
were
know.
they
Just
were
because it did
desperate.
so well financially.
They were
maybe that was it.
desperate for movies
Yeah.
as well. They really did.
But I gotta tell you though, man. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know if this is just me, but like, you know, the actual Boss Baby, doesn't he give you like Johnny vibes? He kind of looks like Johnny a little bit to me.
I
I don't
don't know
know.
who that
Like,
is.
I don't know if you saw that too, but I mean,
did not.
yeah. Do you
I
remember
don't know
that?
who
Like,
it is.
do you remember like that viral nursery rhyme that like
I
you know?
kinda
was,
remember
you
the
know, like,
idea
happened
of
a couple
it.
years ago. It was
I
like.
kind of remember the idea of it.
I'll find a picture.
oh, no,
right
no,
now.
no, I
I have
think
to.
it's
I have
just-
to show you this. Like,
It's like,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I think I do. Like the Yes Papa thing or whatever.
Yes, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yes, Papa.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there you
Night
go.
of the Living Boomers thing, which is also a reference, is again another cringe moment. There was like, was there a lore thing that reminded you of Lord of the Rings? Again, I wrote this down. I don't remember specifically why I wrote it down anymore. Yeah, it kind of
It's
does.
the Boss Baby.
It does. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I
Like,
see it. I mean, Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's that Night of the Living Boomers thing was like kind of funny just because they used the word boomers and that's an inherently funny word. But I mean, like
But
just
also,
why
they were
pack it in with a
definitely not
reference
all,
to a
and they
film
were also
that
definitely not
not
all
that many people have
boomers.
seen these days?
Those parents were definitely not
Yeah.
all boomers. So that was just not true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said.
I don't want to talk too much crap about boomers because Keanu Reeves is a boomer and I love that man. So I mean, they can't all be bad. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why I would have maybe wrote Lord of the Rings? Because I can't remember. Any moment.
I don't know. I'm not. The whole movie's just kind of blurred together.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't blame you.
I can't remember like
can't
too many of
remember.
those. All the references that there was too many to really like keep track of. To be honest, I might have to like look again on a second rewatch, but I wouldn't be surprised in there.
Yeah.
So,
The only other thing that I remember was writing down Cruella Christmas tree because of that Christmas tree that was part white, part green. It's like Cruella's hair, except part of it's black. It just reminded me of Cruella's
yeah, I know,
hair.
but like, why did they even have that though?
Yeah, exactly. That again, just random nonsensical things.
Yeah, the film is full of it's a film of non sequiturs, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
There's not a lot of
Oh yeah, no. It also had.
I mean, I would expect this crap from fucking. What?
It had slightly Back to the Future creep vibes with the way that the daughter and the son, like the younger father, interacted was kind of weird to me, or maybe I'm just weird. Yeah.
No, it was a little bit weird.
It was
Yeah.
It had a little bit of the Back to the Future thing, but luckily they're kids, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's also like just the idea of that. Oh, there's a school that makes kids more independent from their parents. It's like, and then like a kid like is like, oh, let's shake hands because I'm too old now for
emotion.
For emotion.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer also did the score for the first movie.
What?
And part of this one. Well, at least he got a credit. I don't know if they just reused stuff from the first one and had to credit him, but he definitely did the first one. Yeah, he did.
Why did he do this, man? This is so beneath him.
Seriously. I mean, again, Hans, if you need money, just like, I don't know.
Dude, yeah, I'll slide you I will slide you a 20 right now from my wall.
Like, start a petition to
seriously, just come on.
Find something else you want to do, make a petition, get tons of people to sign it, and then say, here, Hollywood, tons of people sign this and we'll watch this. I don't know if that's ever a thing that's happened, but I mean, it kind of happened with.
I didn't even realize
Snyder
composers
Cut.
I didn't even realize that there was composers out there who are as great as Hans Zimmer. Even just do that that thing that actors do sometimes when they just do a bad movie purposely for the paycheck.
Yeah,
they're gonna get.
That's
I didn't realize
Sandler
that composers would do something like that as well. Yeah, well, I mean, he probably cuts the check himself most of the time, so you can't really blame the guy. Plus, he wants to go on vacation with his friends and film a movie. What's not to love, don't disrespect the Sandman, Guy lives his life.
Don't disrespect the Sandman.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, no, respect.
Yeah, other than that.
Anyways, do you have anything else you want to say about this? Or
No, not really. This was whack. There was this one moment there where we were attempting to do some writing. There's a bunch of kids in the town, even though shouldn't they be at school first of all? So I guess they're just skipping school to play hockey under the bridge, and then they're like, and then because they pass by a hockey thing, which is nonsensical to be there in the first place, his excuse on the phone for that loud noise is, it's a hockey alarm.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't always make sense, but I mean, I don't know. I actually looked at the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, and I think it sums it up pretty. This film is, and Aaron, find it. I gotta find this quote. It's perfect for this. So it is. All right, they summed it up as basically, okay. It's a painless diversion for kids. I think that's a pretty. Yeah, I think that's something.
It wouldn't
pretty
be
well.
painless.
I think little kids will like this enough.
If I was a kid,
well, for little kids, because they can't comprehend half the shit they're seeing.
Yeah, look, I like Despicable Me
Yeah.
too. It's not that. It's the fucking like Addams Family thing. That would have like that creepy girl and other moments like they're sort of similar to that. Probably would have scared the shit out of me. I probably would have had nightmares about Jeff Goldblum's character. So I can't like. Are you like a child popping out of what's supposed to be an adult like that? It's like. Obviously, it probably won't have that effect on some kids, and like maybe the majority even. But there are going to be some kids.
Some kids are just dumber than others, and they won't be able to understand this stuff. So,
And like some of those moments are very explicit, and it's just I can't imagine all kids will even like this. I think some will get scared.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But at the end of the day, kids like most anything. I mean, dude, like my favorite movie.
Yeah, I
10
know.
years old was
right?
Battleship.
But like,
okay, so that
I
just.
think this has more.
Yeah. Kids will eat anything up for the most part.
At least Minions are somewhat wholesome. This is not, because I can detect that there is like an adult movie trying to be made, but they just cleaned it over to make it insane. Like,
why wouldn't they? I would love to see the R-rated version of Boss Baby.
I swear to God, there's definitely a fucking draft of this with tons of swear words and like explicit moments. But of course.
I mean, yeah, they should totally make a version of that, dude. Just do that, to be honest.
I mean,
yeah, like the unrated version of Boss Baby.
It would never happen because of marketing. That would never be able to market that well. But I mean, they kind of tried to do that. with the Sausage
they did a movie. They did like an animated movie, like sort of like that in a way. I mean, like there was. Do you remember Sausage Party?
Yeah, I mentioned that just now.
It fucks with your head as well. It sort of has like a lot of elements similar to the Boss Baby, aside from the fact that the key difference is that there's food involved in one of those films.
Also, I feel like this was much more nonsensical than that, even though I haven't seen it, but just based on what I know of it.
No, Sausage Party's fucked, dude. It's such a stupid ass movie. Not in a good way though. Like the whole point of that movie is that humans can talk to the fucking like food if they take bath salts. Like I think that's all you need to know about the quality of this film. Okay, so
yeah, that's definitely I mean, all right. Anyways, score. What was your score for Boss Baby Family Business?
It's 3.5 out of 10.
Okay.
It's stupid as hell.
I gave it a 2 out of 10.
What are you giving
for
it?
Boss Baby 2? Boss Baby 2.
All right.
2 out of 10. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Well, it's such a strange episode because we went from something that kind of kept us in a bit of a coma, like creatively, I guess, and then to something that just blew our minds, not in a good way.
Yep.
So, yeah,
it's an interesting episode.
I don't know. It's quite the contrast, but that's fine. You know what? Sometimes we're gonna have episodes like that. Anyways, shall we talk about some quick recommendations before we head off? Or
yeah, for sure. My quick one.
Oh my god, you're still trying to process it. I love that.
Yeah,
look at you.
Just trying to. I think it's fucking. I think it's fucking with my
This
mind.
movie is broken. And holy shit.
Fuck. All I can hear is Alec Baldwin. Oh fuck. Oh god. Okay. All right. My film recommendation.
Cookies are for closers.
Oh god. Oh, I'm the. Oh.
Oh my god. Jesus.
All
Christ.
right. The Climb is my recommendation. It's a film from 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a film about two friends and how their relationship, kind of adult friends, and how their relationship evolves over a few years. It has a bunch of long shots. It's pretty good. Watch it.
Yep.
Alright. That's pretty much it for me. Do you have
Awesome.
any?
I have a couple recommendations. One of them is a TV show. The other one is a movie. But yeah. So the movie I saw, it's a Filipino film. It's like long story short, I'm seeing someone who's like Filipino, right? And she showed me like this really cool like it's like a romantic comedy. And it's like language sometimes, but anyways, that's not the point. The point is it's a very heartwarming. Hello, love, goodbye. It's on Netflix, so check it out if you want something to feel nice about. I don't know. It's not the best film, but I had a good time watching it. So,
Alright.
Definitely check it out. Are you good? Yeah. All right. And then the other one is a Canadian TV show.
I think your video is very much not synced. Okay, no, it kind of
shit,
is. It's
that's
more
not
now. It's fine. It's okay. It's less
Okay,
not
alright.
synced,
What was
and I
it?
thought it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, finish up.
All right. So, then the other one is a Canadian TV show. It's about the risotto crime family in Montreal called Bad Blood. I started watching that on Netflix. Pretty good so far. I actually quite like it. It's got Anthony DePagia. I don't know if that's how you say his last name. It's very strange. Well, Italian, I guess I should say, but not strange. But then there's also Kim Coates. You know, you probably know him from Sons of Anarchy. What's in this?
I don't.
Yeah, those are really the only people. What's his name? Mira Sorvino's dad. Paul Sorvino's in it as well. Yeah, no. It's not a bad show. I quite like it. It's really interesting learning about this stuff, especially, you know, like we see a lot of like American like mobster movies and TV shows. It's interesting to learn about the stuff that goes on in Canada. So I think if you want to check that out, you totally should.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
Yeah, so I guess we might as well announce what we're going to do for our next episode.
Yes.
So Black Widow's coming out tomorrow as of this recording, so we're gonna cover that first MCU movie in a year. No, more than a year. How long has it been?
I don't know. Actually, it's been a long ass time. I can't even remember.
Was the last one Far From Home?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think it may have been actually.
It might have been, which was like summer of 2019. So it might be 2 full years almost.
Yeah, no, I think you're right actually.
It's kind of crazy. Anyways.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to cover that. The other film we're going to talk about, I think, is going to be Summer of Soul, a film by Questlove, who was doing music at the Oscars this year. Apparently found a bunch of unreleased footage about a very large soul music festival that included over 300,000 people, apparently. That's a lot of people. Now we're going to watch it. It's pretty good reviews.
So what is this, like a documentary? Or?
Yeah, it's a documentary. Perfect thing alongside big blockbuster Black Widow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing to contrast that, you know? I mean, like, I think we may have contrasted too much here accidentally, you know, but I think it's good to have that contrast sometimes. So, or have something similar too.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, both are good options. But all right, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. I think this is going to be the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. And yeah, we're here, and one of us is queer. See you guys next time.
Yes. Subscribe to our pages at GBD Reviews on IG. Yep. Okay.